My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is August 26, 2023. It is 3:52 a.m. I'm starting really late. I've been up, but my IT guy switched off. IT guy meaning my husband. He's the tech guy in the house, so he's the one who set up everything. So he did some major switch up, so all of my files, everything. So I keep on waking him up to come and show me where things are. So yeah, and I wasn't even able to record. I had to wake him up. My microphone wasn't working. I woke him up again. So he said I owe him. I pay him already. I don't know what he's talking about, but but anyway. Okay, so this is my back end. 3,136 subscribers. Any new subscribers, welcome. Okay, this part is just for record purposes. Alright, so this is my other tab on my back end. Lately I've been sharing this so we see the numbers. Okay, alright, so let's go on Twitter. Couple things. Yesterday I did not record anything because I had stuff to finish edit, so I focused on editing, and then my husband was working home, so I just finished edit whatever I was doing. This video is gonna be last, and I just put it on my list. So let's go. Oh, the squad is, oh my god, I don't want YouTube to start flagging me. This is my first tweet. Alright, I feel sorry for Harry's future wife. Adjusting to royal life won't be difficult for her. Dealing with Kate and her desperate need to be the center of attention will. End quote. Oh, that was a quote, by the way. Isn't it amazing that a decade ago, people knew exactly who Kate was? Alright, so that was a quote she put here. Okay, so let's see. Why doesn't Kate have any female friends other than her sister? Women sense when other women are artificial, false, insincere, social climbing, and greedy. Even when Kate is photographed at a social function, such as one of the many weddings she attends, you never see her making girl talk. She never leaves William's side. Kate probably used these tactics with Charles as well as Harry. I feel sorry for Harry's future wife. Okay, so this is the part where she quoted from. Okay, I feel sorry for Harry's future wife. Adjusting to royal life won't be hard for her.
I know the fact that she'll be really unbelievably good at the job part of it as well is obviously a huge relief to me, because she'll be able to deal with everything else that comes with it. But no, you know, we're a fantastic team. We know we are, and we hope to, you know, over time try and have as much impact for all the things that we care about as much as possible.
I am very excited about that, yeah.
Yes, it's me. And you guys are angry about it. Oh my god, I make y'all feel that. Well, this will not take long.
Dealing with Kate and her desperate need to be the center of attention will. Wow. So she took that screenshot. That was like a decade ago. Wow. 10 years ago. Wow. Toronto, Canada. Wow. And still is, by the way, because she hasn't changed a bit. This took me out. There's a laugh. Okay, why are you like this? Okay, I like to think that Harry has better taste than a bag of bonds. Let's see how close Kate gets when Harry does get married. Wow, they really know. They really know. That's in the UK 7 years ago. From the point that I'm reading now. Shit, my husband left the light on in the hallway. And he went to bed. Well, the light gonna have to wait until I finish record. Okay, so they really know Kate very well. Okay, so there's more screenshot. LOL. It is evident she didn't go to the university because, like, education, but wanted to stalk William, obviously. Otherwise, she would have used the qualification to help people or start a project. Okay, so let's see here the screenshot. Strange, therefore, how she doesn't come across well when she has to do a speech or when people meet her. See charity workers comment on other thread. Must be her lack of application when things don't interest her and her selfishness. Wow, that was okay. Widget UK. That was 2012. Meghan wasn't even in the picture. The brain is a muscle, and if you don't use it, you lose it. And art history is a fluff major. Okay, she lack a sense of duty and a desire to really work hard at something altruistic. She might be lazy, but she can't be thick. As she did well at school and got a 2-1 and her degree. Strange, therefore, how she doesn't come across well when she has to do a speech or when people meet her. See charity workers comment. Okay, did I just read that again? All right, let's read some few. Okay, after this, that's it. Okay, why does this guy think? Okay, why does this guy think like me? Because after we learned that it was her who made Meg cry and never corrected it, it's how I see her. All right. Seemed to like other women very much. She even made one of the York sisters cry at her roller event in the past. Kate plays like she is sweet and light, but I think there is a very chimney calculating woman under all that hair, and I have a good judgment. Well, she just met her match, Camilla. I guess those heir to the throne always find this type of women to marry. Oh my goodness. Look how they discredit her is exactly what they try and accuse Meghan of. Where are her friends? Why we don't see her with them? It's only her sister. There's that. I bet she smells like what? I bet she smells like an ashtray. Oh my god. That's a thinking face. Oh, is everyone fooled by this girl? Obviously, Harry is one of many tools Kate and Mommy Middleton used to solidify her place in William's world. Kate has one goal and one goal only: social climbing, no matter what it takes. Look at it. She's still sticking around despite being humiliated on a world stage. Look, when she went to that wedding with William, where was it? And I forgot which Middle East country she went, where William was like, chop chop. Okay, this article is such rubbish. Okay. Oh my god, the squad are putting a lot of screenshots. Okay, after these, that's it. Okay, they call it 10 years ago, and she hasn't started any charitable venture on her own. They took Harry's heads together and made it hers. What is it? And then, they F it up anyway. Where is it now? Do you hear about it since Harry left? Okay, Rady should start up a charitable venture on her own rather than join forces with the two brothers. Well, if she overshadowed William, they're gonna sabotage it for her. So she's like, why even start? That's probably that. That's probably that. Yes. If she start one, what was it in college? She has a drinking. Let me move this back. I'll come back to it because it's disrupting. That GIF down here. What is it? When she was in college, she has a drinking club or something like that. So I don't know. Maybe she could do. I think I brought this up before. If she does some sort of what is it? When you drink too much, some sort of to get people well from not drinking. There's a term for it. I can think of it. Maybe she'll be good at that. But the thing is that if her charity takes off and then overshadows the other one who's already lazy, the institution is gonna sabotage it. So she's like, okay, they're gonna sabotage everything. If she's using her brain, everything probably already worked in her head. She's like, I started it and it's doing well, and they sabotage it, and then we're here. We are here now and show nothing because everything went to her head. Oh my lord, the people knows all these comments. But there's Harry. Harry was like, he created all sort of things, but the one thing he didn't leave behind is Invictus, because this is something that was close to his heart. Couple times I keep on bringing this up on many of my videos, but I cannot find where I read it or videos that I have it. It says that he started with his own money. They didn't even want to help him with it. If you guys know if this is true, let me know, because I keep on thinking this is the way when he wanted to bring Invictus, or is it some other kind of charity that not William, Harry wanted to start, and they didn't want him to do it. They keep on telling him push it in the back burner, hoping and waiting for the other brother to come up with something, but he never did. So Harry eventually had to use his own money. That's what I understand from that, but I can never find where I read it. But then again, sometimes when you read this is why the squad do archives with articles, because when you read it the first time, and then when they realize now that the squad is debunking their BS, they will go back. Whoever wrote those articles will go back to it and change it to make it fit to the current narrative. So the UK is good at that, at destroying evidence. So maybe that's why I cannot find it. Many times I've said it in some videos, and then when I look for it and I don't see it, so I remove it. So let me know if you heard this before. All right. So I'm just putting it as a speculation. So you don't think it's true. All right. Because I cannot find the proof of it. Okay, well, they pretty much predicted the future in one paragraph. You could have guessed the outcome once Meghan joined. Here was an accomplished, attractive young woman taking attention from Kate. Kate did whatever she could to destroy her and get rid of her. Well, the spotlight is right there now. This is why I cannot feel sorry for her. In one comment, I said something like that. Because she joined the husband to get rid of Meghan, and then for treating Harry like that, when Harry literally put the red carpet for her, welcome her with open arms, and then to go like that and backstab Harry. Just because of what Harry have done for her when she married into the royal family, she should have left her feeling aside and remember what Harry have done for her. Respect her in public, call the husband, bring an umbrella to cover, his own wife, meaning that Harry's calling William to come and cover Kate's head with the umbrella. That was in a French magazine or something like that. I have the screenshot. Okay, all of this, Harry show her respect, and then for her to go and do that and backstab him like that. Alright? So the only thing, I'm not gonna put the children in the middle of this until they get in their own self, because right now their parents are using them for photo app and all their BS for the sake of Princess Diana only. Okay, I hope whatever strike Harry happened to those kids. Some common sense. Alright? And then be smart enough to create their own thing and get the hell out of there. Okay, this is what she wanted. Her husband is trying to get close to her, and her mind and body is on Harry. There's a rolling eye. Meg never stood a chance with her. And I think Harry knows that too. Okay? Harry knows that, but I don't think Harry is such a gentleman. He didn't take advantage of that. Okay? He's like putting her in her place. Okay? She never, oh my God, I read everything. Alright, she never had friend from way back. Always the most boring, blandest girl around, while her sister is the complete opposite. Kate is just very insecure. Alright, oh my God, I take 13 minutes on this. Alright, let's go to the next one. While I'm thinking of it, let me say it now. There's a Twitter account that I follow. It talks about Black History Month, not just Black History Month, things about Black history. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, because there's a lot of things they be posting I did not know. So what I'll do is that I'll start recording some of these, put it on my Patreon. I don't know when I'm gonna start, but when I do, I'll give you a hint. Alright, so this is the next tweet. What she wanted versus what she got. Alright, look at her all over. I mean, this is so freaking disrespectful. Look at her body all over Harry. I mean, I know this is old. And look at Harry, he's not paying her any mind. The way William is looking at her.
Jam then cream, because I think jam is heavier and then the cream.
I always do
sits.
jam and then cream.
Thank you.
talking as if she knows what she's talking about. Oh my God. Okay, so there's me here. Wow, 2 hours ago. That's when I was trying to get things ready to record. 2 hours ago, you see? And then when I was ready to record, the thing wasn't working, and I have to look for where files were. All right, so there's this here. So that's my response to that. Nah, she has what she wanted, the heir. She also wanted the spare. The spare doesn't play like that. The left behind royals don't have values. The spare does. Can imagine this is an okay lifestyle. Sleep around with others' spouses. KFC3 trained his heir to be like him. And I corrected that. No respect. 40 minutes ago when I saw somebody liked it. It happened on my notification and I fixed it. No respect. Okay? She is so gross. She will take any royal she could get. I think so too. My goodness, what she deserves. I mean, I don't know what happened when her kids get older and see all of this. She really wants both of them, doesn't she? There's somebody who sees the same thing that as I did. Alright, I love the way her husband look at her. Woman, what are you doing? That's right, emotionally damaged. That's commercial. What with the weird hands? Oh my God. Truth, you damn sure right. Yep. Okay, so let's go to the next tweet. Oh my God, the thing is not copying everything all at once. Next tweet. Okay, so there's that. So we're getting into some of the things that I saw was happening since like a couple of days ago. When was that? The 24th, like 2 days ago. Remember, I didn't record yesterday? I said that at the beginning. So I was starting to put a list together. So this is that. Meghan minds her business and skip Bum Island. Bum Island. Meghan must remember that she's a royal, whether she likes it or not. She is married to the second son of the king, and her children are blood prince and princess of realm. This is the video she put with it. Like, ew. So now when they want her, she's all of a sudden she's a royal. Okay, when they don't, they want to trash her and all of that, and then Meghan is not royal and all of this nonsense they be saying. Look, you see, now she's royal and so are her kids. LOL. That's that. I've been laughing my butt off at the meltdown. Okay, this is making reference to, okay, I didn't see the article that she saw. Okay, but remember, Harry is gonna go back to the UK. It made the announcement that he's gonna go back for Well Child. Okay, so I think lately what they do is it Well Child and Harry sort of arrange in a way when what do you call this, when Invictus is being done, so he could do one major travel. Okay, that's what I think they've been doing since they sort of get their feet on the ground. Okay, it get even worse and funnier during Invictus. There's the laugh. They are going through some things. It only get worse. Which article is spewing that nonsense? A link, please. Can they not leave her alone? Okay, the usual pen of clown. Okay, that's in French. That's that. I know I retweet. Where's my comment? I think I said, did they actually really said that or something like that? Where's my comment? I don't see mine. What happened to it? Because I remember saying, did they actually said that? And so, is it in here? Show replies. Wait. They finally believe the kids are real. There's that. There's that. Okay, so I don't see my comment. I thought I responded to that. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Maybe it was a different tweet that I said that. Okay, the message from Meghan couldn't be clearer. She is never going to set foot in the grey, cake-filled, miserable UK again if she can possibly help it. That was a quote. Maybe that was the one. That's the. Oh, yeah, this is the one that I said. That's my comment here. She actually said that? LOL. So, oh, I love this clip.
I love good news. Love good news. I just love good news.
There's a laugh. She forgot poop water. Good for Meghan. There's that. And I love this for them. Yep. Okay, there's a laugh. OMG. Was this really said by Moir? OMG on Meghan. Our girl said, hell, you wanted me out, so your man could shine. Well, go with it. There's that. Meghan Markle, the patron saint of keeping my peace. Yep. That's when they... I have that clip where they ask Meghan, are you proud of your husband? Yep, that's what she did. I'll put that.
You got the record birthday today. See, I didn't really include it. I was like, no, it's gonna be low key. Yeah.
Sir, could you please stand for a second?
What is your message to veterans tonight? Meghan, are you proud of your husband? I'm always proud.
You got the record birthday today.
Oh God. Hopefully I found it because my husband switched everything in the computer. If you don't see it, that's because I'm tired of looking for it. There's that. Wow. Cake. Wow, cake is the only positive in that description. There's a laugh. I pray for the day the bullying of this woman's staff. We may not be privy to it, but it told on her must be horrible. I'm glad she's surrounded by love. Okay, but why? Meghan is much more admired in UK by British citizens than the living royal, but together, with the exception of Prince Harry. Okay, I don't get it. They told her to leave. They told her she didn't belong. Now they are complaining about her not wanting to put herself in that toxicity. I don't know, these people, I see them becoming on my comment section as well. But anyway, let's go into this, alright? I completely went off course. Alright, where did this, okay. So we were talking about this. Meghan not going over there. Okay, John Moir, the message from Meghan can be clearer. She is never going to set foot in the grey cake-filled miserable UK again if she can possibly help it. Alright, so in other words, Meghan is not going back. That's pretty much that. Okay, so I think I was done, and I said this where they asked Meghan if she's proud of her husband and this, and I was supposed to put the clip. And if you don't see the clip, that means I can't find it because my IT guy, aka husband, made some changes on my computer. So now back on track. Next tweet. Okay, how is Richard surprised? Y'all have made, okay, y'all have made it very, okay, made. Y'all have made it very clear as royal expert she's not wanted in the UK. And like the amazing person she is, my girl, listen, why go where? There it is, almost the same thing that I wrote. Okay, why go where you're not wanted? Yes, queen. Alright, so this is the screenshot. This is why I don't even need to bother these crazies, because the squad who have the temperament to read their nonsense bring the good part on my timeline for me, and therefore I share them with you. Alright, so there's this here. Fascinating that Meghan appears to be actively avoiding returning to Britain with Prince Harry when he visits Royal. What was that when she went, the Queen, during the Queen's death? Okay, I think that was it for her. She went back for One Young World after the speech. Okay, the kind of welcome, the people, okay, the little people we don't hear much about in the UK, who actually like her and respect her for what she's done and who she is and all of that. Okay, they were applauding for her, they cheer her up and all of that. And then somebody had to go under the bus to prevent all those adoration that Harry and Meghan were receiving. Okay, and that's the Queen. I'm telling you, the Queen, I don't know. They didn't even want Harry to see when she died. But anyway, that's a different story. So the mouthpieces put it out there that Meghan is not wanted, but the little people do. Alright? But you're screaming on the world stage saying she's not welcome. Why should she appear? Okay, if something happened to her, and then people will be like, we told you you're not welcome and all of this. Okay, Meghan is doing all the right move, and may God continue to protect her and guide her to make the right decision for herself and her family. Okay, fascinating that Meghan appears to be actively avoiding returning to Britain with Prince Harry when he visits Royal. Okay, so he retweeted Chris Chip. Harry and Meghan's office confirmed to us that the Duke of Sussex will attend the entire Invictus game in Dusseldorf after his short stay in London. Meghan will not be in London with him and will, okay, whatever he said. Next one. Okay, Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, not wanted. There's the thing. Not wanted in UK, as expert warns, you can't trust Harry. What? You can't trust Harry? What the hell? Nika Shaka, whatever. That was this year, August 24th. What? Couple weeks ago. Not even couple weeks, 2 days ago. Today is August 26th. 2 days ago. There's that. I'm telling you, the squad have receipt. There's that. GIF. Okay, let's see here. This is the best thing ever. Make them miss you. Don't come to anything they do. Make them beg you back and then say no. They have to stop mistreating her because she won her case. That's the thing. She won her case against the tabloid twice. What they did to her and Harry at the funeral is unforgivable. Oh yeah, I think that was the final nail in the coffin for her. What they made her go through. Oh my God. For some of you who are new, this is my backup channel. My main channel, Pure YTE. Okay, that's Pure Entertainment. I think Team Sussex. Go there. I highlight all of those stuff, the funeral and everything. Okay, I don't blame her. She better than those descendant of murderers and thieves. I know she married one, but in my opinion, Harry is better than them too. They want pics and stories about her and the kids. They better be happy Harry is still making this visit. Harry is whatever, when he was leaving the UK, the last speech he made to meet Meghan in Canada, he did say he's not walking away. All right, so his hope was to serve the Queen and the Commonwealth with a military association, but that was impossible. So he had to make a choice. Let me put that clip for you.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option. What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without public funding. Unfortunately, that wasn't possible. I've accepted this, knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life.
Okay, Harry's still making a visit. Is short stay code for one night? Probably not. Okay, probably not. Probably stays in the Netherlands and then just flew in for the visit and then fly right back. Okay, they told her to go back to America. Yep.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Piers Morgan did. They're getting exactly what they wanted, so why is he mad? I'm glad the archives are there just in case and hoping Richard will go back and look at himself. Him only he is singing and dancing at the same time. Okay, I don't know why they're surprised. She told them time and time again she ain't coming back and still they keep begging. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I'm telling you, this is pure kind of deranged. They're telling her don't go, and then when she said she's not coming, and they're crying. I don't know. Okay, watching Derangers and British news talk about Meghan and Harry, you will swear they did the Oprah interview and Netflix series out of the blue. You will swear they were finally telling their side of the story after years of smear and leaks from the royal themselves. Yep, there's the thing. People refuse to understand that part. The Oprah interview will have never happened if some of the things that she went through and the headlines it's just mind-boggling to see grown men standing in front of a camera lying through their teeth. I don't understand this.
Absolutely correct. We're checked, we're double checked, and we were entirely confident about what our sources were saying and why they were saying it. It was definitely an intensely difficult working environment. People were in tears on a regular basis, as far as I can hear. And if you just hear what people were saying at the time, you know, faced with the prospect of a difficult meeting with the Duchess, people said things like, "I feel sick," things like, "I'm shaking, it's ridiculous." And if you just think about your own work environment, if you said that before an encounter with your boss, something's going very wrong, I think. Buckingham Palace has got some very serious questions to answer.
I just had to put, is it September the 12th?
13, sir.
Oh God, I'm the wrong date. 13?
Yes, sir.
You sound 12:30.
Wait a minute, I was something 10. Oh God, I hate this.
Oh look, it's going everywhere. Hang on. So nobody got shot.
Where is the man?
Oh look, it's everywhere.
Oh, there, this bloody thing. What do they do? Everyone's stinking.
Very wrong, I think. Buckingham Palace has got some very serious questions to answer. 2.5 years ago, this advisor to the Duchess submitted these allegations in writing. They went to his boss, he passed them on to HR, and as far as we can tell, can't know for absolute certain, but as far as we can tell, nothing was done. They wanted to make the problem go away. It would be entirely wrong to characterise this as the War of the Windsors. This is not about Buckingham Palace as an institution fighting back against Harry and Meghan. This is about individuals who feel that their story, that the bullying they suffered has not been heard and their problems have not been acknowledged. And it's also about people trying to correct a narrative. Meghan's had it all her own way. She's portrayed herself as a victim. But actually, the people I've spoken to, and several people have all said this in different ways, the idea, she wanted to portray herself as a victim from the start.
It's about how the media inflames this. I was called by the Sun newspaper. If you don't know what the Sun is, it's
got the topless girl on page 3. That's all you need to know.
And they called me about a month ago to ask if I'd write about how Meghan was like Wallace and how Meghan was going to destroy the royal family.
Acknowledged, and it's also about people trying to correct a narrative. Meghan's had it all her own way. She's portrayed herself as a victim.
And the arguments between Meghan and Kate, and I said, I'm really sorry, I'm just not privy to all of this. I don't think I could do it. And the commissioning editor was really twisting my arm to write this article and say, but you could say, couldn't you, that X happened, and you could say that she's fired all her staff.
She's portrayed herself as a victim.
And you could say that Kate has said this. And I said, well, I'm really sorry, I don't know that, I can't do it. And this conversation went on for about half an hour, and I didn't write the article, but it just gives you an insight into how this
herself as a victim.
This whole thing is being, you know, the flames are being fanned by the media.
From the start, she was always craving rejection. And the suggestion is she was craving rejection so that she could say to Harry, listen, our life is unbearable here. And there's only one answer, and that's to leave the country and go and live in the United States. It was interesting to note that in the clip we've seen so far, Meghan
royal household about someone who was, at the time at least, a very senior member of the royal family. Meghan was married to the sixth in line to the throne, and you know, this is very serious indeed. But one other thing that I've learned is that whilst this bullying claim was submitted by their then chief communications officer, the head of comms at Kensington Palace, the staff involved didn't know that it had been submitted. The staff involved didn't know that had been submitted.
Absolutely correct. We're checked, we're double checked, and we were entirely confident about what our sources were saying.
The staff involved didn't know that had been submitted.
Advisor to the Duchess submitted these allegations in writing. They went to his boss, he passed them on to HR, and as far as we can tell, can't know for absolute certain, but as far as we can tell, nothing was done.
The staff involved didn't know that had been submitted.
And if you just hear what people were saying at the time, you know, faced with the prospect of a difficult meeting with the Duchess, people said things like, I feel sick, things like, I'm shaking, it's ridiculous.
The staff involved didn't know that had been submitted, and when they found out, they asked for it to be rescinded. So we've got quite a difficult story here about a bullying complaint.
Absolutely correct. We're checked, we're double checked, and we were entirely confident about what our sources were saying.
Scobie discussed some of that reporting with Access Hollywood back in September.
The allegations of bullying that Meghan faced in the workplace, in the royal workplace at the palace, somewhat complex.
And if you just hear what people were saying at the time, you know, faced with the prospect of a difficult meeting with the Duchess.
Because we talk about allegations and accusations, we've heard the word bullying thrown around. In fact, even the palace put that on a press statement when they announced they were launching an internal investigation. What we haven't heard are any examples or anecdotes to back up these claims. And
absolutely correct. We're checked, we're double checked, and we were entirely confident about what our sources were saying.
And, you know, when we spoke to many of the sources that helped us throughout this book, people who were for and some who were even not particularly on the side of the Sussexes, no one was able to give any information that supported or backed up those claims of bullying. And
absolutely correct. We're checked, we're double checked, and we were entirely confident about what our sources were saying.
When we dug into it even further, we found out that the individual who had made the claims of bullying in the workplace at the palace was sort of speaking on behalf of a few others in the workplace. We found out that the individual who had made the claims of bullying in the workplace at the palace was sort of speaking on behalf of a few others in the workplace. This was a concerned boss. He was the private secretary to the couple and to William and Kate, who had written to the Human Resources Department to air his concerns over how staff were feeling. Now, what we detail in the book, and I've already gone into detail with in the past as well, was that two of these individuals, when they heard that that complaint was made, immediately went to their boss and asked for the information to be rescinded.
It is just mind-boggling to see grown men standing in front of a camera lying through their teeth. I don't understand this.
Absolutely correct. We're checked, we're double checked, and we were entirely confident about what our sources were saying.
The staff involved didn't know that had been submitted.
Immediately went to their boss and asked for the information to be rescinded. They wanted to take back any allegations of bullying. So that leaves a few question marks over what these bullying allegations are. We've yet to hear actually what happened. No one's come forward with that information, and the palace say that the investigation continues. We may not hear anything until next year. I would imagine it's something that the couple would like to put behind them. I know that they were very supportive of an investigation going ahead. Because it helps them get to the bottom of the matter as well. But so far, there's very little evidence to back it up.
I don't understand. And then they expect, okay, they expect Meghan to just sit back and enjoy the smearing. And then for Meghan to not dare come and tell her truth, her side of the story. It's unbelievable.
That's sort of the flawed argument and its operating mechanism, that they're confusing people to think. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect.
They all are baggage for God, and God knows how to manage each one of them their best way, the best way he knows how. All right, that's why I always say baggage for God. Okay, they're still talking about the Oprah interview as if it happened yesterday. What was it? It's like 2 years ago. It's propaganda. They want people to forget what led up to the interview. And this is why the squad, I know many of the people who read some of, who listen to some of my podcasts, is like, why you're reading some of the things, those things need to be debunked. They need to be debunked because those people, they don't care. They don't care what they put out there. Okay, they want to make sure the history of Meghan is in a negative aspect with untruth things. So if I know some of the truthful part of it, so I better share it and debunk it. And this is why my channel is not growing. It's okay. It's okay. God is good. God will help me find ways. All right. Narrative was grossly corrupt. Due to the dominance of the right-wing press, the world's still learning that Harry and Meghan Oprah defense interview, that's right, that's the best way of putting it. Harry and Meghan's Oprah defense interview was held in the US after more than 2 years of abuse from the British media and not before. That's it. This is a good way of putting it. I'm telling you, people with good writing skill know how to put their words together. This is pretty good. The palace broke their own protocol as source to rats. Yep, that is true. I love this one. Harry and Meghan left the UK over 3 years ago. They only did the interview, books and documentaries to correct all the lies that were told on them. That's exactly that. Oh, this is so cute. I like that. They have to talk about Has and Meg because if they talk about the other royals, they don't sell as much as they do with Has and Meg. But that thing with money, but these people been running after money for years. They never satisfied. Have they reached their goal yet? This is why sometimes when people go to let's say a casino or something, you have to set a bar, okay? Otherwise you're gonna lose everything. You said I'm gonna go, let's say $500, okay? If I'm gonna spend that $500, I'll be fine, okay? If I lose it, it's fine. If I doubled it, that's great. And once I reach whatever, let's call it a night, okay? This is how people, I'm not a gambler, but when I do, the time that I went to a casino, I think it was is the one in New Jersey. What do you call it? Trump had casinos there too. I forgot the name. We went there and I told my husband, this is how much I'm gonna spend, and once I finish spend it, I don't care. It's best for me to just get out of that casino, or if I could control myself, just watch other people. That's it. Alright, so people with gambling issues should be very careful with that. So it's the same thing here. Okay, so when I forgot my chain of thought. Okay, they have to talk about Has and Meg because if they talk about the other royals, they don't sell as much. Okay, I was talking about how the institution, okay, they've been after money throughout their existence. Have they reached their goal yet? They destroy so many lives and so many cultures, so many religion because of money. Have they reached it yet? So what is their goal? They're consistently after money. Have they reached it yet? They will never be satisfied. So people need to put their foot down. In Africa, you better be on the lookout because now you have those people, they're not even running after government. They have cracked the code into democracy. All right? They're gonna be doing their things behind certain. I don't want to even get there because what I'm seeing right now is very dangerous. I hope Africa hold on, because they only have themselves to really keep them sustainable. Because the rest of the world, the way the UK have poisoned the rest of the world to whenever they see your skin, okay, it's like a passport to mistreatment of you. So I hope Africa really hold each other as a form of support because the rest of the world is already on track with what the UK have spewed. Okay, but at the same time, they want your resources, your natural resources, because the way that I see things is going right now, many of these governments, they're going into Africa, but not in the same sense that they've done before. I don't want to say it because let me just leave that alone. Okay, Africa, I'm really sending my prayers to you. The whole continent. When I say Africa, I'm talking about the whole continent. Okay, each and every individual countries within the continent of Africa. I'm really sending my prayers. Hopefully, many of you get into your senses and protect each other. Okay, because they're coming. They're coming in a different form. And this is why they hate African American, because they try to poison the mind of Africans American, but they can never get to it. Because when you see what was going on in 2020, and I've said this, I even did a video where I said because a lot of white Americans with good sense, but yet they didn't see what many African Americans saw to not vote for Trump. But eventually they're coming to senses to recognize what they did wrong for giving that man that such of a power. Okay, and I said the three groups, and there are some smaller group as well, but they jump on the bandwagon because, hey, that was the strongest out there. All right, so I said African American, Native American, and some Hispanics. Okay, that held democracy in the United States. And now we're seeing it. More people are seeing the light why African American had to fight for against Trump pretty much. Because oh my goodness, I don't know if I'm making sense anymore because I'm off track completely. Okay, well said, exactly. There's that. Let's go to the next one. I went off track. I went off track, off track, off track. Next tweet. Okay, there's this. The voter, quote, Prince Harry needs us to promote his book. End quote, Prince Harry, quote, Meghan and I are no longer engaging with the voter. End quote. Whenever there's news of the Sussexes, the voter. The clown is the clown's funny. I wonder if Boat feels any shame at all. He was supposed to stop talking about them at the end of March 2020. Taliban Chris is shameless. What is it for the Invictus Netherlands? I remember some of the squaddies who weren't there, okay? They took pictures of him, of Chris Chip in Netherlands because they didn't let him in, okay? Because remember, Harry said he's no longer dealing with these people. So the squad saw him, saw Chris Chip, and took a picture of him, couldn't get into the I don't know, the arena or wherever the event was taking place because they shut him down. This is why I said the squaddies over there hooked me up very well, and I hook you guys up as well. All right, clowns. There's a laugh. The carnival of so-called expert. There's that. Okay, that's commercial. There's this. 100% bullseye. They are a hot, slappy mess. I'm glad left all toxicity and independent. Okay, wow, Tutu, wow. This is hilarious. Taliban Chris already booked his ticket to Invictus Dusseldorf. Pirate with press card. Yep, let's see. I hope the squad who goes over there share some of the background of things because that's how I know he went, but he wasn't able to get in. Okay, is Chris Ship still reporting about them? Exactly. Excellent depiction of those losers. All right, miserable clowns. There's that. They're utterly ridiculous. All right, next tweet. But the thing is that, okay, they're keeping us distracted, all right, because it's the squad who really debunked their nonsense. If we were, like myself, because I stopped focusing on their political aspect things, if the squad were to focus on the political aspect, what the Tories are doing, what the Prime Minister is doing, we will debunk their nonsense. All this is distraction from what's really going on over there. There's one, I don't think I bookmark it. There's one thing that they say something about, they want to give the pedo, Andrew, all right, security and protection and all of that. Okay, some former is putting this out there, and I was like, it's just a test, all right, testing to see if there will be an outcry. If nobody say hell no or don't say anything and it goes quietly, guess what? They're gonna sneak it in and give him his protection again. The thing is that people are not paying attention. They spewing all this nonsense like the things that I'm sharing with you at the expense of Meghan. Okay, putting nonsense out there to distract people. But the UK, you need to wake up. I'm sharing these with you, but the main thing is the political aspect of things. The political part is what you need to pay attention. Even though I don't share what's going on in the US, okay? In one video I said, I'm not even going to talk about the Trump thing, which I just did in this video that I'm in anyway, is that I've said this, I've said some of the things that what's happening now, okay? Because after the election, and when Biden was doing his oath of office, and I point out in one of the videos, okay, this is the thing that Trump have disgrace. He didn't stand by it to uphold the Constitution. So this is where I don't know what took him so long, but whatever. I'm not even going to talk about it because I've said many of them already. Now the part is, or some of the things, my humble opinion that I've said back in 2020, 2021, after the insurrection and all of that, are they coming true? Was I right with some of the things I've said? So I don't even bother talking about it. It's like I'm seeing it. It's playing out to me.
So the whole point for bringing all of this up is that if the UK don't say anything, or the people just sit back and let the tabloid, the headline about Andrew getting his security back and all of that, nobody said anything, guess what? They're going to give it to him. So they throw it out there quietly. You don't hear the royal rights talking. I don't know. I haven't come across a lot of tweets regarding that, Andrew's security, but they throw it out there quietly and then see how people react. If people start getting upset and angry, then they probably will hold back a little bit. But other than that, they're throwing it out there and see how people react. And this is why I say it's a test. That's all.
All right, so this is the next tweet. Okay, UK media, if Meghan doesn't like it, she can leave. Meghan leaves. UK media, Meghan should never show her face in Britain again. Meghan makes the decision to not come to the UK with Harry and rather go straight to Germany. UK media, how disrespectful of her. There's the laugh. Alright, Meghan is smarter than anyone on that shit island. Without her, their evil press have nothing. They have. It's just that there's some stuff, okay, politically. There's some stuff politically that's going on. This is just distraction. So people don't see what they're actually doing. Because each one of them is banking on certain things that's going on. Okay, this is just distraction. Okay, I'm glad she isn't going. If she's not there, they can't take pics and sell for 5 figures. They can't squawk about every little things about her. No need to bring on the body expert. I definitely think Harry and Meghan have thought this out and have decided to stop the tabloid. Alright, so this is the something I respond, bunch of fools, and I put visit here. Alright. What they meant was that she shouldn't come, but she should want to come. They didn't count on her having respect for herself. Yeah, that's the thing. They really think highly of themselves. That's what it is. The UK think highly of themselves. And it's not a bad thing. But the nonsense that they're spewing, they think people should applaud their stupidity, their pedo lifestyle and all of that. It's like, hell no. Alright, next tweet. British media and Derangers. Meghan isn't welcome in the UK anymore. We don't want her here. She should go back to the US. We will throw tomatoes at her if she steps foot on UK soil. Them now. Quote, why isn't Meghan coming to the UK with Harry? Shaking my head. Alright. And you think this behavior from you will surprise us, huh? Like, I'm literally saying, huh, as well. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Predators don't like rejection. That's a very good point. Yeah. Right, there's this. The worst gaslighting is, quote, but we welcome her with open arms.
She is not a masochist like them royal subjects. Masochist.
They're so trifle and pathetic. Secondhand embarrassment. They need to pick a struggle and stay with it. Literally. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. Now we're getting to a more lighter things. Still about Meghan. Right, so this is a video I saw when I turned on my computer this morning.
Levanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.